Hello, BGTies. Welcome back to our podcast. First of all, Happy New Month and Happy Easter. It has been a while, but it feels good to be back to you. Of course, if it's your first time here, you're welcome. And for those that have been here with us, thank you so much and thank you for keeping up with us. My name is Marriott Kezia, and of course, I'm not alone. As always, I came with the amazing girls. Let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, it's Liz. Welcome to our Being Girls Together podcast. It's been a minute, but here we are. Anyway, today I feel so excited. I hope you are too. Grab that popcorn. Let's listen to this.
Okay.
Oh, hello, BGTies. It's been a minute and it's been a while, but it was worth it. So, how have you been? How's everything? I'm excited. Click that subscribe button so that nothing goes by you. So, yeah, we're here today. Thank you.
You're well welcome once again. And today, since it's the first podcast of the month, of the year, whatever at your side, we wanted to talk about something that is special to all of us, and I feel like this touches everyone, even you, even us. Yeah, it does. It's something we all struggle with. It's something we battle with when we don't know, and of course we are breaking the comparison trap.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you know how people in our age or generation, if I could say it that way, they do things. People are traveling the whole world, people are buying your dream cars, people are in houses you think of, you dream of, you think you're
Talk
going to dream.
about talk about your age mates buying cars your parents dream about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
my.
that's what we are unpacking today. We are going to open every page of that book. And with that, I want to start with a question to Precious. Have you have you ever caught yourself comparing your life to someone else?
Definitely, definitely, I've been in that trap before, and yes, I've put myself. And just to say a little about that comparison trap that I was in,
Yeah.
I think I have for a fact I've not compared myself a lot of times with people my age because I know of the silver spoon factor. You're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and it's really that, and I don't have any power over it. Of automatically, you have a Benz at 20.
To
But
be
then
born with a
the
silver
people
spoon.
that have actually gotten my attention, not comparison, are the people who are still our age and they've not been born with a silver spoon. You are quite sure that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact those ones are ahead of time.
Okay.
Definitely something magical has happened. I don't know what that magic is, but good things are happening to them, and that's fine. But the people I've found myself comparing myself to are the people in their 30s.
Okay.
They get me having that fear. Precious, when you're 30, will you be that way? Precious, when you're 30, because now time has gone by. I'll be expected as a woman who wants great things to have
Who has
achieved
put in
a
somewhere,
lot,
yeah.
yes. So that is always my fear, and I'm comparing myself with them, and it just gets a little messy. Yeah.
Okay. So why do you compare yourself to the 30 people? Because I feel like also people at 30, there are people they are looking up to. And well, yes, it's not bad for you to look up to someone at 30. But then I feel like you have a life to unpack right now, not the life at 30 at this particular moment.
Which makes it a trap, definitely, because
Okay.
you said breaking a comparison trap, because there are a lot of traps,
Okay,
and mine just seems to look like that. Yes, please.
I feel like you comparing yourself with the 30 age people, eh? I feel like it's not a trap really. It's you being inspired. It's you looking at their progress and admiring it to be them to get there. So I
Do you
really
know
don't
why I
see it
call
as
it
a
a
trap.
trap?
Yes.
I think we have had this conversation before.
Maybe when it gets desperate, it's a trap.
And remember, those people are already ahead of time. They're in that time, not ahead of time. They're in that
That
time,
time.
unlike us. They're in that time, and definitely things just work out so clearly for them.
Okay, so Liz said about you looking up to someone in that, you're being inspired, you're being motivated, and I want to ask Liz, has social media impacted you like in a way you feel inspired or you feel like you're lacking on your progress? You have that question about your progress because you said you're getting inspired. So there's something on social media that is doing what? Is making you be inspired or is making you lack on your progress?
Okay, looking at social media in that aspect, when let's say you're scrolling through LinkedIn, of course, when I see a 30-year-old posting about the dream job or the putting
Yeah.
maybe a certificate, definitely I'll be inspired. You know, you look at someone and you're like, oh, they're doing better. I want to get there one day. You get.
Yeah, I
But
do.
then when my fellow 20-year-old is getting that dream job, I be like, oh, I'm behind. Today of course you're feeling like your life is figured out, and then tomorrow you see a 20-year-old getting that dream job and you're here 25 and you're behind. Of course that you feel like your life is not enough. You feel left behind like it should be. I feel
Like
like
what you're saying, Liz, gets me thinking about. You see, when I see a 20-year-old having a job, because remember, we are all at the same age. We're just trying to get to know who we are. I cannot get to know who I am from a 20-year-old. Definitely, they have not really even found out their passion. Maybe they're doing a 9 to
but
5,
you
but
will
that is not what their
definitely
passion
feel
is.
left behind,
But with the
precious.
30, living just being left behind doesn't mean you have to compare yourself with
Of course.
that person. For a fact, there are some things that are not in our hands.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So for a 30-year-old who is now a teacher and who is maybe in the profession, you definitely know that is what they want.
Okay.
So you keep on comparing yourself. You be like, am I going to have that passion at 30, or have I just not found out even what I want yet? Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of that, I want to first put this, let me call it an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I don't think LinkedIn should do what should be something that would make us feel like we are lacking because that LinkedIn jazz,
I
it's
feel like it's plastic.
it's so plastic, so it should not maybe put you behind or make you like
But it is an online CV, so who are
either
we
way.
to?
You also have your own CV, you've not made this pass,
Yeah.
and the good thing you've said it's online, it's not physical. What it's not physical, so also fake it until you fake it
I
that
can't
online.
fake it till I make
Exactly.
it.
So do you
So hard.
so Precious, do you think the social media comparison is worse or it's better?
I think it's worse, but coming from somebody, I know for everybody that knows me, it's a fact. I'm not really influenced by social media. I'm not that kind. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, blah, blah, blah. It's just that I'm like those kinds of people who are not really into that social media thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like, oh, Liz is maybe in Zanzibar. I have to be in Zanzibar. I have to be in Zanzibar. Like, Liz probably has saved up money
Yeah.
and
to go
she's
to
in Zanzibar and she deserves it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like those kinds of people. I might have a lot of places I compare myself to and everything, but I think online comparison is just not my field.
Okay, yeah.
But it has made it worse because you it has that trending part of it where you feel like now if I don't have the iPhone 16 now, if I have it tomorrow, it won't make sense.
Okay,
It
yeah.
won't make a difference. So that means it pressures you to have the iPhone 16 today,
Which makes it a trap.
yet
So-
you could have it tomorrow and it's still the same thing.
Either way, me, I feel like it has okay. The comparison it depends on you to make
Yeah.
it worse or to make it better. Because speaking of that, me, I've like worked on my social media.
Working on yourself is what you should highlight. People have not
Okay,
worked
yeah.
on themselves
Okay, yeah,
yet.
it's okay. So sometimes when we have like different what it's you who determines your For You page, it's you determines the reels that should come on your phone.
Yeah,
What you
definitely.
look for, it's what is going to do what is going to come to you. So I feel like people you should have like maybe should I call them online mentors or online people you see and to like those people are going to inspire you. Not like me, I've changed my feed my Instagram feed to something that would feed me positively.
Instagram is nice, but I cannot say the same for TikTok. TikTok's algorithm is
No, you
crazy.
actually
Even
change
when
it.
you
Guys,
You
shape
actually
it.
change
guys,
it.
comparison comes automatically, whether you want it or not. Saying you're
Yeah,
working on
it
yourself, it's
comes.
unrealistic because
It's realistic.
comparison
Oh,
is
It's
so
realistic.
automatic. You look at someone and you're like, oh, if I
No,
had this, it would do
actually,
me good.
as I
yeah.
was reading somewhere, and they said
Mm.
all it starts with you. You have the right to control your emotions. You have a right someone to do what? Someone to
All
affect
I'm
your
saying,
emotions. And you have a right
yes,
for you to do what? To control that TikTok for you not to affect you. Of course it will come, but when it comes, there is that option
yes.
of you
Now,
not interested in that video. And I'm telling you, it won't come back to you. But anyways, we have different opinions
Yeah,
about
okay,
this.
my
views.
whole
So
That's
point
why we are
is, you
here
guys, my
too.
whole point is, yes, it comes with emotions. Yes, I accept. It just depends on how you work on it. But then this is something that comes automatically.
Without
It's
your
so
own,
human.
yeah.
You can't stay away from it. Just has to be positive, but when it gets bad to negativity, that's
But
a trap. But
definitely, we
it's
have to agree
automatic.
that with time, even when it's automatic, once you work on yourself, it slows down the whole process. Like when you work
Yeah.
on your own character, it slows down the
Yeah,
whole process.
maybe
Even when it
that.
happens, you're like, but no, I think that's not my portion. I think that's
Yeah.
not for me,
yeah,
which you've
yeah,
been talking about.
exactly.
But in the first phase of comparison, sometimes you're really not aware. It just
Yeah.
comes with character development
Yeah,
and all those
true.
things, and knowing you have a choice.
And
Okay.
that depends on what you're comparing yourself with. I don't feel like when you're comparing yourself to something positive, of course you'll be better. That's something positive. But yes, you're comparing yourself to something negative, it will get to you. So that is when the working on yourself comes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, okay. Now this goes to Liz. Eh? You've been saying it, of course, affects you, and I want to know: has this made you doubt yourself, and how have you come out of that mindset?
Okay, first of all, when I look at someone doing better, my immediate reaction is, oh, what can I do to be like this person? Of course, by the time you look at something and you feel a thing, that means you're already comparing the automatic thing I talked about. So when I look at someone doing better, I want to be friends with them to know how they are getting here, what they are doing to be better. So I don't think comparison has made me feel worse or anything. It just it gives me the zeal to wake up in the morning and be better.
With
Okay.
what Liz is saying, and now me, I'm unlike you. When I see somebody, my first thing is not what can I work to do better. What is that person doing differently?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
What
is,
can I learn
because
from him?
definitely I've done everything in my power to be better.
Okay.
So it cannot be that I have to do more right now.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
It's what are they doing differently?
Yeah.
Or
So
maybe I
yeah.
will
So
that
I've been
way.
asking myself, what? And when you find out what they're doing differently, and you be like, I think I cannot do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you be like, but will I still get it?
Okay. Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
By the way, it
Anyway.
depends on what we are talking about here,
No,
you guys.
everything truly. It's not even about money. It's not even about marriages,
Because at this
marriages which we have not
point,
yet gone to,
True.
friendships.
at
People are
this
doing
point,
different things
I was talking
Because
different.
about someone's dream job. That's what I was talking about. But then when you say whatever you're talking
Liz,
about,
okay.
it
I
just
get.
can't
I
act
get.
I'm
up
not speaking
differently.
No,
in
no, no.
tongues.
I know. I know. Yeah. Hope you guys understand. But okay, me, I want to say is that what Precious has been saying is right. Like we have not experienced different phases, and I feel like comparison starts even when you're young, but when you don't know, like
Younger with
when you're at school
yeah,
and a child has this and you don't
a
have it.
beautiful sharpener.
Yeah, beautiful sharpener. Of course,
That's
it will
comparison,
affect
of
you.
Yeah,
course.
Yeah,
yeah.
it will affect you, but you never know. And that's why she was saying we have not gone to other phases.
Yeah,
So
we
you would
haven't.
never know, but how overcoming it. But anyways, since we are almost unpacking everything, what's that one thing you remind yourself precious when you start comparing?
Are we having the same goal?
Yeah.
You know, different people. We can achieve a car.
Yeah.
All of us may want a car. But what is our goal? what was my goal for having a car? You're getting it? That is what always comes to me. Like, somebody's going to Zanzibar.
Yeah.
What was their
What is
goal?
their goal?
Somebody is doing maybe a course.
Mm.
We are doing the same course.
Yeah.
But what is their goal? What is my goal?
Okay.
We have different goals. So whenever I get myself comparing myself with somebody, like, what is their goal? Why am I even comparing myself? They may have a totally different goal. And once they arrive to it, it will just be crystal clear for me and be like, you know what? I don't think that is what I want. Even when they have that job I want, be like, but that's not the goal. That is not why I want to be.
Yeah.
By the way, when you talked about goals, this is kind of off topic, really off topic, by the way. When you talked about goals, it reminded me of something I read sometime. Like building a system, creating a system is better than, okay, it's not better, but it leads you to your goals. Okay, this is
Yeah,
off
definitely.
topic, but
It's not.
I just
It's not.
wanted
It's
to
not. Trust me.
Yeah, it
let
was
our
actually in
listeners
Atomic
know.
Habits. They
Yeah.
say that you might have goals, but how are you going to achieve those goals?
Achieve those
You,
goals.
you need to have systems, not have the goals, because the systems will make you reach the goals and will make you go far beyond the goals.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it just clicked in my mind.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they're
I should let it
recommending
out.
for you a book, Atomic
I think
Habits.
everyone has read it, but anyways, so Liz, how can people focus more on their own journey? You tell those viewers how they should
Yeah.
focus.
Oh my god, this came so abrupt. But all I can say, the only way to focus, the same thing we've been talking about here, create a system. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Create a system. Okay, if you want, I don't think you should start from, if you want to get a job, don't start from getting the job. Let's start from let's start from presentation to the way you articulate, the way you, okay, let's start from the habits, then to, let's start with building the system, then we shall get there.
Your question, Liz, I very much want to say that the best thing to say is mind your business. That would be very bold.
Or maybe.
But you can, which it's very hard to mind your business. It's very hard to mind your business when you are trying to move in your journey because there are a lot of people around and everything. So what I would say, if you want to focus more on your journey, is find out who you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want?
you
It
want.
shouldn't be about what they want, what they have. What do you want? What do you have? What do you want to have? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, that has been beautiful. So guys, find out who you are, create the systems, mind your business.
And we shall reach the goal.
Yeah, I hope this episode, this topic has reminded all of us that everyone's journey is different. We have different timelines, and we all know that comparison is a thief to our success. Let's
it.
all let's all focus on our journeys, and with that, we shall be better people. And please always celebrate your wins and also celebrate other people. When you celebrate other people, that's how you will stop that comparison, because it will come from it's out of love, it's not out of anything. And with that, hope to see you in another episode. It has been good having you all here. Yeah, ciao, see you.
Ciao, we love you.
Please like and subscribe and share.
Yeah.